The next thing that we need to do is actually... Dude, you are all up in my way. Get out of here. You're ruining the video. You're ruining it single-handedly. It has nothing to do with me and my terrible commentating. What's going on, guys? It is Killer Drone, and welcome back to some more Minecraft here on the Solo series. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back over here at our Wither Skeleton Skull farm that we finished up building at the end of the last episode. And guys and girls, this thing is working absolute wonders. In fact, we're actually going to be doing a couple of redstone projects around this area today to make it even better. But in between this episode and the last episode, I actually came onto this world with my camera account. I kind of stood AFK here, and I flew around with my camera account to see if there were any other areas that the pigmen could be spawning in. And it turns out that there was one cave in particular that was up in that area that had somewhere around 30 to 40 pigmen all crammed inside of it. So this farm was not working at maximum efficiency, but now, as long as we are AFK'd in this exact spot, the only place in 128 blocks for mobs to spawn is in this farm. And it shows, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see here, we are already having some entity cramming here as an issue. Let's go ahead and just swipe these guys and kill them all off. Also, the XP from this farm is amazing now. And I also am having kind of a problem keeping this area clear. There's constantly mobs just falling into that trap. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place down a couple of shulker boxes because, as you can see here, we already have one shulker box of coal filled up, a shulker box of bones filled up, and if we look down here, this chest is already filled up. We also have well over a stack of wither skeleton skulls, so that is nice as well. Let's go ahead and clear out my inventory a bit here, just so that I can grab some more items out of this chest at a time. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to try and fill up another... Oh my lord, this is a problem too. We keep getting a ridiculous amount of these stone swords. I'm going to have to set up an item filter today on the bottom of this farm in order to filter out stone swords, and also in order to organize the bones, the coal, and the wither skeleton skulls. So we're going to have to set up an item filter at some point today. But I want to first focus on getting in a couple of other redstone bits first, and then we will worry about that. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to fill up these shulker boxes to the best of my ability. Then we will try... Actually, I may be able to fill up these shulker boxes relatively easily. We have so many bones and so much coal now. This is insane. Alright, there we go. Bones is filled up. I guess we'll put the extra back into here. Let's go ahead and grab out coal and fill that into here. Also, I got this guy, the Magma Cube's head. I don't remember if I showed you guys this. I actually got this back on a live stream, and look how adorable I am. I'm so cute. Anyway, I thought that was cool, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I actually really like collecting the heads in the game now. It's really cool. I'm glad that we added in that data pack. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab out all of this coal, throw it into here. And then I actually have a couple of projects that I want to try and get done in today's episode. I want to get the dog system in that I mentioned in the last episode that will allow us to AFK at this farm. So basically what we're going to have is some dogs in some rail carts, and we'll be able to send the dogs from this spot here over to a spot back here to where they can't hit the wither skeletons. And then whenever we want to AFK, the dogs will come back into this position here and start attacking the wither skeletons automatically. And it'll be a way for us to AFK without having to sweeping edge these guys down. Now, one of the problems with that is we will not get a looting effect with that, which is kind of a problem. Means that our rates for wither skeleton skulls will be lower. But it's still something like 60 skulls an hour just by using the dogs. So it's really not too bad, if I'm honest with you. But it's not going to be the rates that I did to get this. I think this amount of time, I think this only took me like an hour to get 64 and 30 here. That's just absolutely insane. This farm is amazing. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start getting in the system here for this dog portion of the farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this block here, and I'm going to replace that with a redstone lamp just like so. And this is going to be our trigger. This is going to be our on and off for the dog system. So what I now need is a lever of some sort. Let's go ahead and check my redstone box. Okay, I do not have a lever at the moment. That is a problem. I'm going to have to make one. Do I have any cobblestone? There we go. So let's go ahead and get us a lever just like so. And I'm just going to plop that down on this. So as long as this is on, the dog should be in AFK mode, I believe. So let's go ahead and just wire the rest of this up. Let's get a few observers out. Let's get some redstone out. We're going to need some powered rails. We're going to need some regular rails. And we're also going to need some torches. And I think that's it. If we need anything else, we'll come back and get it. But I think this will be fine. Oh, we'll also need a block of redstone. Actually, we'll need a few blocks of redstone by the time this is over with. But for right now, we're going to have one powered rail there. And then a regular rail. And then a couple of powered rails. I'm just going to use nether brick in order to make this, because I think it will look better. So go ahead and remove this. Get in some nether bricks just like so. And then what I'll do is get 2 powered rails just like that. I'm actually going to need some more redstone blocks in order to power those rails. So let's just get a couple of those in my inventory here. Okay, so place a block like that and a block like that. And these powered rails will stay powered at all times. Now what I want to do is get another regular rail. So just like this, break this, and just like so. And then what we need is, I guess we need a angled powered rail. Or I guess we could do it all on one level. I don't guess it particularly matters. Let's go ahead and remove that just like so. Remove this. Do I not have this area cleared out yet? I do not. We'll have to clear that out here in just a minute. But let's go ahead and get a block over here like this. Okay, now what I want, powered rail here, with a rail just like so. Okay, so that is our rails in. So this is going to be where our dogs travel back and forth. Now what I need to do is set up some redstone that will allow us to actually send these dogs back and forth. So let's go ahead and I'm going to flick this off for a moment. And I'm going to put an observer facing down into just a regular block like so. And then underneath that block, I'm going to have a sticky piston with a block of redstone just like that on the face. And then what I can do is I think just wire up some redstone over to the back of that block over there. So let's do some nether brick just like so. We will put a redstone torch on the back right here. And then just a bit of redstone dust like so. Now, if we go ahead and flick this lever, that will turn this powered rail on. And it should, if I'm correct, no, because we are not getting power from this redstone block for some reason. Okay, well, let's just lower this nether brick down by 1. And now, yes, perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. So, as you can see, this rail cart is on, which will send the dogs back here. And this rail cart is off, meaning that the dogs will stop here. So, if we flick this lever again, now it's the opposite. Now the dogs will come from this direction over and stop on this block here. So that is absolutely perfect. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and flick that because I now want to wire up the other side. So what I can do is just come off the back here and place a couple of blocks just like so. Run a bit of redstone dust, and now that should have this area here, this powered rail here wired up. So If I go ahead and flick this, now both of those are powered. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Man, this is actually a really easy redstone circuit to set up so far. It's kind of a bit messy, but overall not too bad. So last thing that we need to do is do some blocks over to the side like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then if I have rails just here and another rail here, theoretically what I should be able to do is run some redstone into a block with a torch on the side of it as an inverter and run some redstone line just like so. And now both of the front two are powered and the back two are depowered. Now if I go ahead and flick this lever, the back two should be powered and the front two should be depowered. That is exactly what we want, and this circuit is done. Now all I need to do is get the dogs down here and into some mine carts. Now, I did go back and get 2 more dogs. They are waiting up there in the nether ceiling, but I actually have to have a way to get them down. So I think the next project that I'm going to work on is getting an elevator in this area. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get rid of this staircase, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Get out of here, stupid wither skeletons. So I guess something that I forgot to mention was I did actually extend this area down here so that we had a little bit more working room, and I also extended this over so that we could place an elevator into this area. I also went ahead and removed the nether fortress that was up here, just deleted all of those nether brick blocks, and now we're able to actually go from here all the way up to our nether ceiling relatively easily. Well, at least if we actually had an elevator in. Right now, what I've been using in order to get up and down is just some massive sand pillars, but that will not work. We're going to have to get a little bit more redstone-y than that. So let's go ahead and keep digging all of this stairwell out, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back, and I now have that staircase completely taken out, and I would like to begin construction on our elevator here. Now, this elevator is going to take advantage of slime block flying machines in order to get us from down here to up there in the nether ceiling. So, well, hello there, buddy! Did you spawn on this sand? I guess you did. How are you doing today? I haven't seen one of you guys in a long time because I took all of your spawning spaces away. How does that make you feel? Get out of here, dude. Go away. Alright, anyway, back to the slime block flying machine that we were talking about. What I'm going to do is I am just going to start here by setting down a piece of obsidian right here. This is going to be our stopper for the bottom. So, next what I'm going to do is set an observer. I want this observer facing downwards. So I guess what we need to do is come on top of this piece of obsidian and face that guy just like so. Next, what I need is a slime block here with a sticky piston facing up just like so. A slime block here with another slime block to the side of that guy with an observer facing this way, detecting outward, so like so, and then another sticky piston facing down, just like that. And that should be a working flying machine. If I go ahead and I place a piece of netherrack, just like so, absolutely perfect. This thing should go all the way up to the top, to the ceiling, and I think that I have a piece of bedrock, or not bedrock, a piece of obsidian up there to stop this guy. Maybe I should go and check on that. Crisis averted. We're fine. I did remember to put the obsidian up here. We're good. And this thing did make it all the way up to the top where our tunnel is. So this is perfect. This is exactly what we need. Now if I go ahead and place a piece of netherrack just like so, we should start flying all the way down to the bottom. Absolutely perfect. And this is going to be the engine for our elevator. Now basically all I need to do is pretty this thing up to where it's not just a bunch of redstone components and actually looks like a decent structure here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to ride this all the way down, and then I will bring you guys back in just a minute whenever we are ready to decorate this thing. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back, and we have made it down safely on top of our elevator, and it is now time to start decorating this thing. So let's go ahead and talk about what we can do in order to make this look a little bit better, because right now it kind of stands out a bit. It is very... well, it's very green. So the first thing that I want to do is make this thing a bit more symmetrical. Because it is an even number, it is 2 blocks wide. In a 5 block wide area, it doesn't really look that good. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is extend this flying machine by adding a slime block just like so to the outside edge. Then what I'm going to do is add in some nether brick slabs on top of those slime blocks, just like so, and then a regular nether brick on this slime block, just like so. Now we have a fairly nice platform for us to stand on, and the flying machine go up and down. The next thing that we need to do is actually... dude, you are all up in my way. Get out of here. You're ruining the video. You're ruining it single-handedly. It has nothing to do with me and my terrible commentating. Anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right. We need to get immovable blocks in this area. And the reason that we need immovable blocks is because these slime blocks will break if they touch any block that is movable. So if we have something like nether brick, or if we have something like netherrack, or something like that, we don't want them touching the engine to this slime block flying machine. So what we have to use is what is known as immovable blocks inside of Minecraft. Now, there are several types of immovable blocks, such as furnaces, blast furnaces, obsidian, or what I'm going to use in this case, barrels. Barrels are a immovable block that was recently added into Minecraft in 1.14, and they are a very, very pretty looking block if you look at this texture right here and hide the top texture right here. So what I can do is I can kind of surround our slime block flying machine with these guys, and they will look absolutely terrific. So if we just build up a little bit just like so on each side so that you guys can see kind of what I'm talking about here, this is a great block to use as kind of a additive piece to these nether bricks. They really go very, very well together. So let me go ahead and jump down just like so. Add in some nether bricks, and as you can see, the textures between this and that, they actually go together pretty well. And obviously this will not be the only thing that we do in order to decorate. We'll obviously have to have a button down here in order to activate the slime block flying machine, and we'll probably want to do some sort of archway as well, just to kind of give this area a bit of something. Let's see. Can I go ahead and build up just like so? And then remove these blocks and remove these blocks. And that should add a little bit of decoration. Obviously, it's nowhere near close to done. But as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty good. We can even come through, add in some nether brick stairs, and detail this out a little bit more as well. But as far as functionality, this will work absolutely perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to get in some buttons. Let's see. Do I have any buttons in any of these chests? I should have. Yeah, I should have plenty left over from whenever we were spawn-proofing the farm. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to place a stone button down just like so. And now I want to run a redstone signal down from that button and into a repeater right here, activating this observer. So what I'll do is go and grab some more redstone, because apparently I don't have any on me. My inventory is a complete and total mess once again, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys keep complaining in the comments section, but I have so many projects that take so many materials that I don't keep my inventory as clean as I should. I know, I'm a loser. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get some redstone dust. Let's get a couple of repeaters. And I think that's pretty much all that we need for the... Where did you come from? No, go away. I have got to get some carpets or something on top of these sand walls. Eventually, I would like to replace these sand walls, by the way, with some type of glass or something like that. I figure since we are below a lava lake, it would look really cool if you could see the lava surrounding this area. I think that would look really interesting. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're working on today. So if I go ahead and I press this button, yes, we do get a redstone signal down. Now what I'm going to do is just add in a couple of repeaters here because I don't want this flying machine to start off immediately, just in case we're not quite in position. And I think we're good, but we must have caught onto something here. Let's see. If I go ahead and build up. What did you get caught on, buddy? He got caught on nothing. This flying machine just juked me. It literally just juked me. Oh, that is hilarious. Well, at least we know that it works. Now, how am I supposed to catch it? Oh, I guess I can go ahead and put in the barrel walls all the way up and go and catch my flying machine up at the top. That is hilarious. Also, yeah, it looks like he grabbed out the nether brick and is bringing that with him. I put that a bit too close as well, it looks like. Oh, man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So if I go ahead and add in some barrels just like so, and I guess we can remove these barrels here. There we go. And now we can place like some nether bricks or something like that on this face in order to decorate this area a bit. I can't believe that it straight up jacked that block, though. Oh, that's great. And then we can do something a bit like so. We'll have to remove these slabs down here. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Remove that. Put that in there. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Now, the only thing that we do have to remember to do is anywhere that we have full blocks, we're going to have to carpet or half slab or something like that because we don't want any mobs spawning in here. All of these barrels should go all the way up to the nether ceiling though, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and extend our barrels all the way up to the ceiling up there and catch up with our flying machine, and I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Also, another thing I feel I should mention is because we are so close to lava, some of you guys are going to be asking if barrels are going to catch fire. And at least in the update that we are currently playing on, 1.14.3, these guys do not actually catch fire themselves. Some of the blocks surrounding these barrels may catch fire, but not the barrels themselves. They are not actually a burnable block. So we are pretty safe using barrels here for our walls right next to the lava. Now, in future versions of the game, this may change and we may have to come and gut this and replace it with furnaces because they will definitely not catch on fire. But for right now, this seems like a pretty good option for our elevator shaft. I guess alternatively, if they ever change that in the future, we could also always just back up the walls here and push the lava back a bit. I don't think that's ever going to be needed, but in case it ever is, that is another option that we can take. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to continue placing barrels all the way up to the nether ceiling, and I will bring you guys back in just a minute. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back, and we are now up at the top in the nether ceiling, and what I went ahead and did was replace the obsidian that was up here with, once again, immovable blocks, these barrels. So as you can see, that is where our piston is. So these are now what is stopping the flying machine. So now what I'm going to do is just have a way to activate the flying machine from the top up here. Now, in order to do that, we actually need to power a different observer than the bottom observer that we have been powering. What we need to do is power the observer that is over in this area. So I think it should be, yep, that one right there. Okay, I'm going to ride this down. And oh, this is going to be a pain to work on because every time I update that block, this thing's going to fly downward. Oh, that is not good. Maybe it's a good idea for me to just remove that observer for a bit, and then we'll place it back down after we are done messing with the redstone. But once we get down to the bottom here, I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys that the bottom button does actually work. I have that set up. It is working perfectly now. And this is kind of a loud thing. Can I maybe turn that down? Let's just turn the whole volume down a bit. Let's turn it down to like 30 for a second. There we go. A little bit less volume because that stuff is kind of loud. But anyway, yeah, whenever we get to the bottom down here, I'll show you guys whenever we hit the button that is at the bottom, we will go ahead and start floating up. So down here, we can get all of our wither skeleton stuff done. Boom, 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 boom. Kill these guys. Ready to go back up. We get back into our elevator. Push this button that is right there. And there we go. Up we go. Absolutely perfect. Now, I will go ahead and bring you guys back when we're back at the top of this thing. Another thing that I just thought about, it may be a cool idea to add in, like, some glass blocks, because glass is also immovable. So, or no. Is glass immovable? I don't think glass is immovable. Glass is definitely movable because we use that in our sugarcane farm. So I guess what we can do is I can set some glass one block out from where these barrels are, and we can have like a lookout while we are going down. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think I may do that. But yeah, that'll be later on. Anyway, I will go ahead, and once we're up at the top, actually, we're almost up here. Perfect. Okay, no cut of the camera. No cut of the camera. Alright, what I'm going to do is remove this and remove this real quick. And just while we are setting up this redstone, we will add that observer back in a minute. Okay, so first and foremost, we are going to set down a button right there. And then we're going to have to get us a little bit of area to work here. And this will be where our redstone line starts. So right there to right there. Now if I just need to see this to make sure that we are getting a signal. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now what I want is to wire this up to where that observer would theoretically be. So let's go ahead. Place back in the netherrack here. And let's just put a repeater right here. Go ahead, put it on full delay. Put this one on full delay. Add in some redstone dust. And I think that should be good. In fact, just for decorative reasons, let's go ahead and add this here instead. And run it this way. Yeah, because I'm sure we're going to want some nether bricks here in a column. So that will probably look a little bit better. So there we go. Go ahead and add back in a barrel on top of these guys. Just like so. There we go. And now the last thing that we need to do is add in our observer. Facing, oh, nope, that's facing down. Dang it! I figured this was going to be a problem. Okay, we'll have to pick that guy up in just a minute. What is below us? That is a piston facing downward. Can I remove these by chance? Still facing down. That is not going to work. So this is my sticky piston. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now slime block, slabs just like so. Barrel facing this way. And now if we hit this button, we should go ahead and head down. Let's go ahead and add in some nether bricks like so. And we will obviously decorate this nether ceiling much better later on, because we don't even have like a 3-wide path up here. So we still have a ton of work to do in this area. But for right now, we're just kind of getting the guts in. Let's go ahead and we'll place down some stone slabs. And for right now, I'll add in some nether brick slabs just like so, in order to keep this area spawn proof. Okay, so now we need to get our dogs down. So lift this guy up, get them a little bit closer, set him down. Come here, buddy. Come here this way. Good job. All right, so now I should just be able to push both of these guys onto these netherrack slabs. No, make sure that he's on the slab. Same with this guy. And then I should be able to stand here. And now... Yes! Perfect! That is a much easier way to move these dogs downward. Absolutely perfect. Now I can get these two guys into a minecart and put them into our Wither Skeleton Skull system as well. This episode is turning out great, ladies and gentlemen. Look at our little bouncing dogs here. Oh, man. All right, I will see you guys whenever we get to the bottom, and we'll get these guys into some minecarts. All right, ladies and gents, we are back, and I now have our pooches in their minecarts, and they are ready to go. All we need to do is flick this lever and watch chaos occur. And there they go. They are destroying the Wither Skeletons. We're getting the XP, and we're also going to be getting all of the drops down here. Looks like we're actually up to a relatively good amount of Wither Skeleton Skulls at this point as well. I've been clearing out these guys out of this area. Every now and then I'll just come down and kind of swipe at them, so not a problem there or anything. We are getting plenty of Wither Skeleton Skulls, so I'm going to go ahead and put up some of these buttons. And I think that the very last thing that I want to do in this episode, because we are running out of time, is get in some item filters for this chest. I want to go ahead and get the bones, the coal, and the Wither Skeleton Skulls sorted out, and then go ahead and trash all of these stone swords, because right now I'm having to take all of these guys out manually, and it's getting to be kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go ahead, I am going to get to work here, and I think what I'll do is I'll kind of leave this floor that we're standing on now as like just the killing chamber, and then below I will make kind of a storage area. I'm not quite sure how I want to do that yet, but I'll figure out something, and I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back here at the Wither Skeleton Skull Farm, and I now have a storage system put into this area, and this area is pretty functional now. It's not very pretty yet. We still have a lot of decorating to do in this area and getting an actual proper build here, but overall, all of the functionalities are here now. We have a way to get up and down from this area using a slime block elevator. We have our dog killing system in here, so we can kill them either with our swords, or we can bring the dogs in and they will start killing these guys slowly as well. Once these guys die, all of their items will go into this chest before they are sorted. Once we get to the sorting part, I have added in this trapdoor that is even with our elevator, so if we are heading out of our elevator and just need to pick up some items, we can very quickly go down this trap door and into our storage room. In this storage room, we are going to be sorting out bones, just like so, coal, and then the wither skeleton skulls themselves. Anything that is not these 3 items is going to go into this dropper, and it is going to automatically drop those items into this lava. So those stone swords that we were getting, those are going to be destroyed. Blaze rods, different things like that are all going to be destroyed in this lava. And you know, now that I think about this, we should probably remove this carpet a little ways and actually add in some nether brick slabs, because this carpet is probably going to catch fire from that lava. I didn't think about that whenever I was decorating this, but let's go ahead and replace this with that. Yeah, that'll probably be better. And I'll go ahead and replace this off camera. But yeah, that will do fine. This area is now completely set up and good to go. We have ourselves an elevator. We have ourselves a killing mechanism. And hey, I think that's a good wrapping up point for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like on the video, as well as if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a great day. Oh, man. This was a fun episode. I got to do a lot of redstone. I love doing redstone. Oh, by the way, just want to mention to you guys, for those of you who are still here, I appreciate all of you guys asking about if I was doing okay in the last episode. Some of you guys asked if I was sick. I wasn't sick. I'm just tired. I had stayed up like 3 nights in a row, only getting like 4 hours of sleep because I was working on getting this farm done. But thank you guys so much for checking on me. I'm doing just fine.